Welcome to Advanced Dual Health and Life Coach Certification. Today we're going to discuss integrative case studies and advanced applications, specifically coaching relationships through marital conflicts. Let's start with an introduction. Marital conflicts can be challenging yet fertile ground for personal growth and relationship enrichment. Coaches play a pivotal role in helping couples identify deeper conflicts, communicate more effectively, and align on shared goals. This lecture is designed to equip you with strategies, techniques, and practical examples to master the art of coaching couples through marital struggles and develop lasting resolutions. Understanding marital dynamics requires addressing emotional needs, communication gaps, and shared problem-solving frameworks. The insights and techniques outlined here will aid in facilitating healing and stronger connections. Here are some key points. Number 1, understanding the root cause of marital conflict. Marital conflict often stems from unmet needs or unaddressed emotions. Recognizing these root causes is the first step towards resolution. Common causes of conflict: miscommunication or lack of communication, mismatched expectations, whether it's financial, emotional, or parenting styles, past wounds triggered by current behaviors, and differences in values or goals. In other words, one partner prioritizing career growth while the other seeks family time. Here are some examples. One partner may feel neglected because of the other's busy work schedule, while the working partner feels unappreciated for their financial contributions. Example 2. A couple may argue about finances because one prefers saving while the other enjoys spending. Take a look at these 5 conflicts in the diagram on the right. Techniques for root cause discovery. Ask reflective questions like, what do you feel like is the underlying issue behind this recurring argument? Use active listening to help couples articulate their emotions. And introduce a need versus want exercise, where each partner lists their primary needs and wishes. For example, the argument you're having may not be about the topic on hand, but what's underneath it. Here's a coach application tip. Begin sessions by setting a safe space for both partners to express emotions without fear of judgment. For example, each person will have 5 minutes to speak uninterrupted. Number 2, building communication bridges. Effective communication is the heart of a strong marriage. Misunderstandings and inflammatory rephrasings can cause and often escalate minor issues into major conflicts. Key communication strategies. I statements instead of you statements reduce blame. For example, I feel unsupported when responsibilities aren't shared equally versus you never help. Reflective listening to ensure both parents and partners feel heard. Example phrase for a coach to model or teach clients could be, what I hear you saying is that you feel unheard when I make decisions alone. Is that correct? Collaborative phrasing for problem solving. For example, how can we create a schedule that benefits both our needs? Techniques for coaches to use. Role-playing exercises to model non-judgmental language. Introduce pause and reflect. Encourage partners to pause during heated moments and then reflect. What am I really feeling right now? And teach couples to ask for clarity instead of assuming meaning. Can you clarify what you meant so I don't misunderstand? Good communication isn't about agreeing, it's about understanding. For example, practice a communication audit where couples identify unproductive phrases, replace them with a constructive one, and keep a progress journal. Number 3, facilitating conflict resolution. Successful conflict resolution requires guiding couples from emotional reactivity into collaboration. Stages of conflict resolution. Identify the core issue rather than the symptom. For example, arguing about a vacation expense may reflect something deeper in terms of financial insecurity. Create shared solutions rather than assigning blame. Use brainstorming to generate options without criticism. And establish accountability for agreed steps forward. Partner 1 agrees to communicate expenses ahead of purchases. Partner 2 agrees to allocate part of their income to a shared fund. For example, a couple manages parenting arguments using a team huddle where they discuss problems without blaming each other in the heat of the moment. Another pair resolves an intimacy issue by scheduling intentional date nights. Techniques for coaches. Encourage a cooling off period when emotions are high, suggesting couples journal individual thoughts before reconvening. Guide them in agreeing on conflict rules such as no interrupting, avoiding words like always or never, and keeping the focus on the present, not dredging up the past. For example, disagreement doesn't ruin marriages, disrespect and avoidance does. After mediating a conflict, summarize a resolution aloud to ensure both partners feel equally validated. Number 4, strengthening emotional intimacy. Marital conflicts often lack of emotional connection. Reinforcing intimacy outside of conflicts builds a stronger foundation. How to foster emotional intimacy. Encourage daily 10-minute check-ins where couples share highs and lows without problem solving or judgment. Suggest shared activities or hobbies to reignite camaraderie. And guide partners to use small gestures such as affectionate notes or verbal affirmations. Examples of rebuilding intimacy. Partner 1 leaves notes of gratitude. Thanks for always making my morning coffee. And partner 2 takes dance lessons together, creating shared memories. Technique for coaches. Introduce a love language inventory for each partner to identify how they like receiving love. Use mutual appreciation exercises. For example, each partner lists one quality they admire in the other daily for a week. Building intimacy isn't about grand gestures, it's about the consistent little ones. Recommending creating a couple's mission statement defining their shared values and goals for the relationship can also work. Number 5, addressing outside influences. External factors like family, work, stress, and cultural expectations constrain even the healthiest relationships. Coaches can help couples strengthen boundaries and align on external challenges. Common stressors. Parenting disagreements often tied to extended family expectations, strict versus lenient discipline. Professional stress affecting emotional availability, and cultural or religious differences influencing values or roles. Techniques for dealing with outside stressors. Boundary setting exercises to determine what's acceptable from extended family or others. For example, we will no longer entertain unsolicited advice about how we discipline our children. Mindfulness techniques to manage work stress before bringing it home. Align on shared values when cultural expectations clash. For example, your relationship is in your island. Decide together who you allow on its shores. Encourage couples to have regular alignment discussions about handling external stress before it becomes overwhelming. Here are some summary tables. Table 1, common causes of conflict. Here you will see the conflict, the detailed explanation, the expanded example, and the coaching insight. Take a few moments to review each of these conflicts. Miscommunication, the mismatched expectations, past emotion wounds, values or goal disparities, financial stress, and parenting differences. Table 2, communication strategies. Here you'll see the key technique, the coaching example, how to guide clients, and why it matters. Let's dive into 1. Key technique, reflective listening. Coaching example. What I'm hearing is that you feel anxious when plans change unexpectedly. Is that correct? How to guide clients. Model reflective listening and guide couples to validate each other's feelings without problem solving first. Why it matters? It ensures both partners feel understood before jumping to solutions. Take a few moments to review the rest of the communication strategies on this slide. Table 3, conflict resolution framework. Here you will see the resolution step, the example implementation, the coaching activity, and the key goal. Let's walk through an example. The resolution step, agree on accountability. Example implementation, partner 1 commits to more frequent updates about major expenses, and partner 2 commits to sticking to agreed budgets. Coaching activity, create a written partnership plan to track responsibilities and follow through. The key goal, it reinforces commitment and trust by defining clear goals and actions for both partners. Take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Table 4, rebuilding emotional intimacy. On this slide, you'll see intimacy building practices, detailed description, expanded example, and coaching tool. Take a few moments to review each of the intimacy building practices. You'll see here we have daily 10-minute check-ins, shared recreational activities, expressing gratitude, explore love languages, revisit fond memories, and intimacy rituals. Table 5, handling outside stressors. Here you will see the external stressor, the expanded example, the coaching solution, and why this is key. Let's walk through 1. Parenting conflicts. Expanded example, partner disagreement arises when external family members criticize their parenting style. Coaching solution, Develop a unified family agreement they can present to others detailing consistent boundaries. And why is this key? It creates a strong unit that prioritizes your couple and your values versus the external stressors. Take a few moments to review the rest of the slide. Here are some multiple choice questions. Which statement best identifies the purpose of using I statements in marital coaching? The correct answer is B, to reduce blame while expressing personal emotions. Question 2. Why is identifying the root cause essential in conflict resolution? Review options A through D. The correct answer is C. It addresses the deeper issues behind repeated arguments. Question 3. What is the primary benefit of reflective listening in coaching marital conflicts? The correct answer is B. Number 4. Which technique is most effective for building emotional intimacy? A. Discussing only major life concerns every few months. B. Writing daily lists of grievances to share with your partner. C. Engaging in consistent gestures of appreciation and small rituals. Or D. Ignoring love languages to focus on resolving external stressors. The correct answer is C. Engaging in consistent gestures of appreciation and small rituals. Question number 5. When addressing external stressors in relationships, which approach is least effective? The correct answer is A, allowing external family inputs to dominate decision making.